This is like a little village of its own, actually. People have been so friendly and so compassionate and helpful. And that gets lost in a lot of neighborhoods today. So we were quite surprised, really, by how friendly it is. But the natural surroundings are so beautiful. And that's another thing that drew us here, is that it's like a park. It's like living in a park.
Of course, the lake is a plus. The flower is beautiful. And some people said they moved in here because of the lake or the ground. That's all very good. To me, those are not the most important thing. To me, is the fellowship.
I find the residents here some of the nicest people I've ever met. Many of the people who live here have lived on the island their whole lives. And so they already have connections to all the doctors, stores, relative, that are here. So those connections, they bring them. So we really are part of the community and we're really trying to be a community asset. So even if you are a person of faith or you're not, you can count on your worth as a person because of the Judeo-Christian heritage of which we have built our organization with. So we are very open about who we are as a faith-based organization. I think people feel that that's a positive if they're a follower of Jesus or not, because it does give them security about who we are and what we are, and that we're going to be the same as we were yesterday in the days ahead.
Covenant Retirement Communities really was birthed out of a vision from the Evangelical Covenant Church in 1886. And they opened the Home of Mercy. And it was in the city of Chicago. Covenant Retirement Communities today has grown to the 15 communities that it is. And one of the commitments that was made many, many years ago is that Covenant Retirement Communities would have a retirement community in every conference of the Evangelical Covenant Church. And so as individuals move in and they look at the financial security of that individual community, well, that's extremely important. They also have the assurance that they have a backup from the larger organization in the event of access to funds to do new development, or in the event that that community would be challenged financially. They know that their investment in Covenant Retirement Communities is safe.
We can look down the road a little bit farther than a standalone would. We have that pulse of the nation. We understand what's coming from Washington, D.C., and I think we can help our residents prepare for some of those changes culturally and regulatory-wise that maybe other people may not be able to. And yet we reflect the community that we're in. In 1978, some good covenant men saw this piece of property. Its history is that it used to be like an amusement park. The lodge where we have our dining room and administrative offices was actually a dance hall, and it's been a concert hall. So this has been a community asset for many, many years. But this property was secured by people who had a real sense of vision and calling for a world-class retirement community in the city of Seattle and the greater area here. There's about 375 residents here. 280 are in residential, and we have assisted and our skilled side. We have about 185 staff, 100 full-time, and then the balance part-time.
I enjoyed life where we were before coming here, but the maintenance aspects of home ownership got to be a little bit of a drain. So I enjoy the relaxed feeling that I have. I can keep very busy, but it's of my own choice. And I can choose the things I want to do and still carry on with some of the things that I enjoyed while we were living in our home previously.
Activities here, they're endless. For example, we both participate in an early morning exercise class, and our instructor is fantastic. It starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, so we really have to be up and ready to go. And there's all kinds of activities. There's an art class that meets. There's a Vespers that meets on Sunday evening.
First of all, we're on the lake. And every time you look at the lake and the surrounding, it's just a little bit different. So there's this constant change of the environment that is so appealing to our residents and staff. And then it's just the access to great hospitals. We're a world-class city that kind of thinks like a small town, and that's really a nice blend.
This particular location is smack between many things that go on for us. Bellevue being one, which is to the east, and Seattle to the west. It's very accessible as long as the bridges are open.
Now we've identified it, we're much more intentional about it, and we have it in our language. We talk about what it means to respond, what our image looks like, that safety is always first. So it's given us the tools to talk a lot about what we've already done and how to move forward.
I feel like it's an honor and it's a privilege to be able to work with someone who is so appreciative. I think that no matter what you do for them, whatever level of care you are providing services, they are so grateful. And my take is that if you find a job where you enjoy it and you love it and you find people who are thankful for what you do, you're a blessed person.
I've been here almost 12 years, and you grow attached to people. And I tell people this all the time, it's not about me, you know, it's about them. That's why we're here, to support them, right? So when you say to yourself and you wake up every morning, okay, I'm going there for these people, I am, you know, going to support them.
I like to tell people, look at that word inspired. And what is at the heart of the word inspired? It's aspire. From the church has come a means to care for people in the name of Jesus Christ, because that's what the church was originally gifted to do, is to what I get to do as a chaplain day after day, week after week.
So many people think, oh, maybe someday I'll downsize and maybe I might move. Plan ahead. Get rid of stuff you won't need. Don't wait until the last minute, because it'll make the move a lot easier.
I really feel people are making the wrong decision to hold out till the very end when they desperately need the health services that are offered here and can't partake in the other things to be enjoyed.
Well, advice, just move in, because there's no perfect place on this earth anyway. But this is closest to the perfect place to live.
I get here, and when you walk down the hill and you kind of look around this landscape, it's just awe-inspiring. I mean, it's different every day. But it really is the staff and the residents building together a community that's so very special.